His eyes locked on mine from across the auditorium, frozen, pale, like he'd seen a ghost dressed in diamonds. I was halfway through my acceptance speech, under the harsh white lights of Tokyo's largest tech stage, when his father's name echoed over the speakers. Thank you to Mr. Nakamura for believing in a vision that others lacked the foresight to see. I paused, let the silence breathe. My gaze never left his, and then I smiled. He stood in the back, gripping a seat like it could stop his world from spinning. It couldn't. A year ago, I stood in front of a mirror, tugging at the hem of a dress I loved. "Do you really think you should wear that?" he asked behind me. I turned, confused. "What do you mean?" He didn't flinch. I think my parents would respect you more if you looked more disciplined. You've gained weight since we met. You should take care of yourself." Respect me more? That line stayed longer than he did. I said nothing, just nodded. Then I disappeared. Not from the world, just from his. No texts, no calls, no goodbye. Silence was heavier than rage. It lingered longer. We met in grad school. He was charming, sharp, the kind who made you feel lucky to be chosen. At first, he was patient, gentle. But that's the thing about men like him. Control always dresses as concern. I loved him. I trusted him. Until love turned into performance. Until approval came with weight limits. It started with a dinner. He skipped dessert, looked at mine. "You're still hungry?" Then the gym suggestions. "Let's get you into a routine." Eventually, it wasn't a suggestion. His compliments faded. So did the affection. I started shrinking, not physically, but inside. So I stopped trying to be small for him. Instead, I built something big, for myself. While he was busy measuring my worth in calories, I was building EvoMe, an AI health platform that didn't shame, but empowered. Personalized, intuitive, adaptive. Built not for aesthetics, but longevity. Real strength. The irony? His father's company had just launched a billion-yen initiative for preventative health tech in East Asia, and they were quietly recruiting innovators. I changed my name on the pitch, used only my initials. My prototype got shortlisted, then selected, then funded. Mr. Nakamura wanted to meet me in person. I flew to Tokyo, nails steady, voice steadier. He shook my hand, looked into my eyes, and said, "You have something this world needs." His son once told me I needed to be smaller. Now his father was investing in me to change the world. Funny. I kept tabs on him, quietly. His social media dried up after I vanished. He messaged once. "Where did you go?" I left it unread. 6 months later, he posted a vacation photo with someone else. She looked like me. Before. Patterns don't break. They repeat until interrupted. Tonight was the interruption. When Mr. Nakamura introduced me as his new partner, the room erupted. The founder of EvoMe, the tech genius, the woman who had once been told she was too much, now being celebrated for giving more than anyone had imagined. And then I saw him. I hadn't planned on attending the event in person, but when I learned he'd be there, representing a division of the same company, I knew fate had better timing than I ever could. After the speech, he pushed through the crowd, desperate, sweating. "Wait," he said, breathlessly. I turned slowly. "Yes?" He looked at me like I'd risen from the ashes. "You look incredible! I didn't recognize you." I raised an eyebrow. "That's the point." He swallowed. "I was wrong. About everything. I shouldn't have said what I did. I was stupid. I've thought about you every day." I didn't blink. Silence again. He hated silence. I didn't know you were this, what you've become." I tilted my head. "You told me I needed to be smaller to be worthy. So I left, and became too big for you to ignore." His lip quivered. "Can we talk? Just Start over? I nodded slowly. He leaned in, and then I stepped aside. A man in a sharp charcoal suit approached, confident, warm, the kind of man who never once mentioned my weight. He placed a hand gently on my back. "Sorry to keep you waiting," he said, before turning to my ex. "I'm Kaito, her fiancé." The air went dead. My ex's eyes darted between us, his jaw locked. The same silence he once used to punish me now caved in on him. I smiled, calm. "You asked if we could talk?" He nodded. "I did," I said, "just not to you." We walked away. Every step felt like shedding skin. The girl who once cried in the gym locker room after a weigh-in, gone. The woman he dismissed, reborn in power, wrapped in silk and unbothered. Revenge didn't come in a scream. It came in applause, in a stage, in being seen by the very people he wanted to impress. He measured my worth on a scale. I measured his downfall in silence. And, in the end, he found out exactly who took his place.